This is the biggest event to promote Italian wine in the United States. We are the fifth edition, and the most important thing of this event is that we are trying year after year to improve the quality, but also the partnership we have with other Italian players. As I said during the press conference, in this week there is a peaceful invasion of Italian wine producers and wine experts to promote the Italian wine in this market. U.S. market is the most important for Italian wine. We export almost 1.5 billion US dollar per year. It's almost 1/3 of the total export of food is made of wine. And we had on 2015 an increase of almost 20% compared to 2014, and our market share is 31.5, so almost 1/3 of the market. That become even higher when we talk about sparkling wine. We have 50% of the market in quantity, or for vermouth and liquor wines we have almost 75% of market share. The market is so important for our wineries not only because of the quantity we can export, but because the American market is very much segmented. So here we can export the super wines, the most expensive wine, the very renowned wines and brands that are very well welcome here, mainly for the food service, so in hotels and restaurants, or for big events, or for private collection. But this is also a great market for the medium level wines, that actually is the backbone of our production. And a lot of producers acting in this segment are here today with us, almost 200. And which are the challenges of the future? We have several. First of all, as mentioned, we are the first supplier of the American market, and we have 1/3 of the market share. So of course, the leadership is always a great thing to reach, but you must keep it. You must always improve the image of your product. You must always find new channels. You must always, of course, be a step ahead from competitors. And what we realized that a part of the East Coast and partially the West Coast, there is a big area in the middle of the United States where the Italian wine culture and the Italian food culture, the Italian restaurants are present, but still in a very small percentage. So we have a very big room for expanding our presence and for bringing in these areas our products. That's why, for example, we are insisting a lot with our campaign, both in the advertisement and the agreement with the retailers, to be very strong, for example, in Illinois or in Texas, because within these areas we have more room for developing. The program of Vino 2016 is a very rich one. As I mentioned, we have 200 producers. 1/4 of them, almost 50, they have at the moment no importer. So we have organized this service that is in an area called Meet and Greet, that is finalized to offer to companies that do not have an importer yet to have a temporary importer, just to give the opportunity to bring their wines in the market, to have them tasted by restaurants, distributors, food and beverage hotel managers, in order to see if there is the possibility for them to enter the market in a stable way. We have 11 seminars with more than 45 speakers from Italy and from local market, and we will touch so many different topics. In Italy, for example, we'll talk about Grignolino and about the artisanal wines. So we try always to talk more about niche areas. And we have also other seminars. Partially, we have also touched this topic today in the press conference, talking about Italian wine and restaurants, how to combine the Italian wine in the Italian restaurants, also how to have more Italian wines in the international restaurants or in the American restaurants, because there is a lot of space for expanding our presence in this specific segment. And another interesting seminar is the one dedicated to the wine and the young generation, the young people that just reached 21 here in 2015, and they are the new drinkers, the new consumers, because legally they can start buying wine by themselves only when they are 21. And we want to have a seminar for them to say that drinking wine is not just drinking an alcoholic beverage, that can give you some happiness, some dizziness. At the end of the day, you can even get drunk. This is not the message. We want absolutely that the Italian wine is as much as possible connected with Italian culture, with knowing more about our country. Try to combine the wine with food. Try to combine the wine as a consumption, as a social moment to be done together with other people. So it's not just drinking to become drunk, maybe to be even alone or to do something, I mean, strange, but it's really how to enter into the culture of a country. These are the basic topics that we are trying to touch in Vino 2016. We are doing some way a lot of training for the people from the business side and for journalists. Let's call training, but we have done a huge program of incoming for these two categories in the last years to send them to Italy in occasion of the most important exhibition like VINO-Italy or like other exhibition concerning wine and food, but also to visit some clusters, to visit some production areas. Now I think is moment in the frame of this very big food plan, food promotion plan, to open a window to do again, as we were saying during the press conference, to open a window to start doing the training of chef and sommelier, because everybody's in love with Italy, everybody's talking about Italy, sometimes not even correctly, and this is good because we can have a lot of American people that become our ambassadors. We love the idea, but we have to work in terms of training, educational, and know more about the Italian product. So I think the next stage, after this big campaign, after rising the awareness, we should have at the end of the campaign almost 800 million impressions. The stage 2 will be to go a little bit deeper, a little bit more targeted, and to work more on training. We agree on that. The educational part for consumer in a market like the United States is a big story. I think that if we work on, let's say, the multiplier, if we work on the food and beverage managers in the hotel, we work with restaurants, we work with cooking schools, we work with sommelier courses, and these people can become our ambassadors and to talk about Italian wine. Otherwise, do a direct, let's say, training for millions of consumers for such complicated word as the Italian wine in a direct way. It requires too many messages, too many information, too much time, too much investment. I think we have, as we have done in other countries that are big and they have big potentialities, we have to work on those people that can become our ambassadors, can amplify our message.